Welcome to CLIC Connect. I'm your host, Craig. We've got a first-time guest, and you know how much I love that. But before we bring him out, I would like to thank our good friends at Red Roof Franchising. They've been our production partner since the very beginning, and call Matt Hostetler and his development team. They would love to hear from you. Let them know that producer Danny and I sent you. You know, they've got their soft brand. They've also got their extended stay with a new prototype and their world famous economy brands. Give Matthew a call. If you're looking to change your brand, or if you're deciding not to stay as an independent, you want to be a soft brand, or you want to be under the Red Roof banner with either their extended stay, if applicable, or their economy brands, give them a call. They'd be glad to help you, and they'd love to hear from you. So again, give Matt Hostetler a call. Now, I have got Mr. Alex Coury. He is the CEO of Coury Consulting. We met a while ago. Alex, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, Craig. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here today.
Oh, thank you for making the time. You know, one of the things we love to do with this show is to bring in first-time guests that I've had a chance to meet, talk, and get excited about what they're doing in the hospitality field. And maybe everybody doesn't know you, but they should, because you can really help them. So, Alex, would you do me a favor and tell the audience about
Yes.
yourself and your company, please?
Yes, absolutely. I'm Alex Coury. A bit about me. I'm the Vice President of Quality Assurance and Education for our family hotel business, Coury Hospitality. I've been deeply involved in both operations and consulting for years, and I also own Coury Consulting. Our focus at Coury Consulting is to provide creative solutions that enhance training, branding, and operations, primarily in the hospitality sector, but really applicable to businesses across the board.
I love it. And I love the diversity. So if you're, and you know this, you've been in the industry for a long time, your family has been, something happened around the time of the financial meltdown where people say, maybe we should diversify our portfolio a little bit.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I love it that you've got that ability to adapt to, I don't know, let's say multifamily, office, small office parks, and
Right.
student housing, that type of thing. And I think that's great, not only for your portfolio, but for the areas that you're in as well. Because if you've got offices and you've got techs coming in and out, you got a nice little, I don't know, let's say an extended stay property, they can stay there. So
Yes. Exactly.
So, Alex, how do you go about your consulting and increasing the bottom line growth for a company?
Well, that's a great question. Our company, Coury Consulting, we specialize in, excuse me, helping businesses grow their bottom line. Our goal is to develop creative and progressive content that not only improves brand standards, but also drives efficiency and profitability. We believe that when the staff are well trained and operations are seamless, it directly impacts guest satisfaction, which ultimately increases revenue.
I agree with you, and I think there's another added benefit, because unlike any other time, because of our labor shortages, you've got the opportunity to now take those shining stars and get them promoted faster and get
100%.
into different aspects, not only operations, but they could be in the corporate offices looking at development and acquisitions,
Yes,
a few other things. So,
absolutely.
um,
Absolutely.
now you're working across the country. You're based in California. Setting the proper foundation to install a unique culture, because And unfortunately, I think we McDonaldized ourselves not only in certain asset classes, but in our regiments, in what we do and what our company culture has been in years past. How do you
Yes.
change that and make something unique to that company?
Well, the way that we that's a great point, and the way that we change it and make it unique uh, um, is through our key pillars, which I think relate to any business, and it's something that we focus heavily on, is setting the right foundation that creates a unique company culture. And we've learned that every brand has its own voice, right? And our job is to help bring that voice out through tailored training programs and brand alignment strategies. And this implies, especially in hospitality, where staff engagement plays a huge
Yeah.
role in delivering a memorable guest experience.
I love that idea. So, as a second part to this, building those
Yeah.
programs from the ground up, how do you
hmm
approach that? What are some of the things that you're looking at your client's business to help you tailor that programming for them?
Yes. So that's something that we pride ourselves on is tailoring and building programs from the ground up. And whether it's developing onboarding initiatives for new staff or creating training modules to retain top talent, we start with the basics and ensure that each program is aligned with both the company's goals and the latest trends in hospitality. For instance, we use creative video content that we've developed over the years to engage today's workforce, especially millennials and Gen Z, because we know that's key to building long-term loyalty and retention in such a competitive market.
I agree with you, and I think right now we're in probably the most unique workspace that we've seen in human
Absolutely.
history. We've got
Yes.
5 different generations out there right now, and for the
Exactly.
first time, we've got more millennials than boomers.
Yeah.
And a lot of boomers are getting ready to age out. So you don't want to lose that experience, that mentorship, that ability to help the up and coming generations. So
100%.
how how do you get, because I think there's just this age old argument. We've always been
Mhm.
told by our elder peers, let's say, that
Yeah.
you're lazy, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. I just work differently, you psycho, so leave me alone. And I think we need to stop that part of the conversation and be a little bit more
Yes.
respectful. So
Oh,
how do you
100%.
manage that?
I think it really comes down to just respecting how everybody works, differently and really listening and engaging and kind of yes anding with people, figuring out ways that you can build on ideas together instead of always, having a wall up and saying, this is the way that I do it, this is the way that it's always been done. Really, how can you find a way to meet in the middle and come up with the best solution that helps grow today's workforce across all generations? But you know, I think as a whole, as a collective, as a group in any business, staying on top of industry trends and standards and regulations is another area where we can excel. So I just think we do that as a team. We do that together. We find ways to really just listen to each other instead of trying to alienate one another, and which can create silos, which is not good
Right.
for culture and not good for morale.
I couldn't agree more with you. Okay, our market is changing daily, just like our
hmm
rates. Okay. There's always something new. There's something that's good, maybe not so
Yes.
good either out there. So, how are you and your team keeping up with industry trends, standards,
Yes.
and regulations? Because they vary state to state, besides the federal side of things.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, again, things are always changing in hospitality, and whether it's technology, regulations, or evolving guest expectations, and that's what I try and focus on in our family company, but also with Coury Consulting, my consulting firm. It helps ensure that businesses that we work with stay ahead of the curve, and that we update operational frameworks and continuously monitor industry developments to ensure that compliance, um, to ensure compliance and competitiveness.
I love that. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Guest satisfaction, loyalty,
Yes.
repeat business. So many
Yes.
people get all three of them wrong.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, we're the innkeepers of the world, okay? We bring in travelers, we give them someplace safe to sleep at night, okay? And
Mhm.
it goes beyond a comfortable, clean room and a shower that has really good water pressure, okay? There's a lot
Yes.
more
Yes.
to it than that. So
Yep.
how do you get a team, and I'll let you pick the type of hotel, whether it's a boutique, a full service, a destination resort, or a select service extended stay property. How do you
Right.
get the team to understand that guest satisfaction, loyalty, and repeat business is the lifeblood of our industry?
Oh, that is so important, because it all connects together, and that ultimately any business wants to have good bottom line. But
Yeah.
everything we do feeds into guest satisfaction. And that, I feel like for me, that goes across any kind of hotel experience, whatever kind of hotel you're staying at. Um, everything feeds into satisfaction, loyalty, and repeat business. So, our goal at Coury Consulting is to create an experience that not only meet but exceed guest expectations, and we do that through quality assurance initiatives, regular audits, and real-time guest feedback tools, which make sure that that our properties and the properties that we consult with maintain high service standards. And this is what builds loyalty. And guests keep coming back when they know that they can count on an exceptional experience every single time. A guest needs to know what to expect when they step into one of your properties, and it needs to be consistent across the board.
That narrative thread that runs throughout all of the hotels that you own is absolutely critical. And I couldn't agree more with you. I mean, you can have your hotels have their individuality based on the regions or areas that they're in, but
Yes,
that
yes.
narrative thread, if they stay with you, I don't know, in Oklahoma City or Dallas or Los Angeles, they know that, hey, I've stayed with this company before. I'm going to have a great experience. I'm going to have a clean room. And if there's a
Yes.
food and beverage component, it's going to be outstanding, right?
Yes. Oh, 100%. And some things that we do is we want these memorable moments. We
Yeah.
want these like unmatched moments that we give to our guests that they can expect every time they come into, like you said, a hotel, no matter what region that you're in. So we'll walk a guest and direct them to the elevator, to help just do that little extra touch. We'll put a note in their room, a handwritten note, thanking them for their stay. Anything that you can do that kind of sets it apart to just make them feel like they're a valued guest, which they are, and lets them know they're not going to get this kind of world class treatment at every hotel that they walk in. So how can you set yourself apart, keep them coming back, and let them know what they can expect at any hotel that they walk into that is part of your brand.
I love it. You know, we've got a lot of hotels that are under renovation, new ones coming up. You know, a few of the top 25 markets are just on fire with new construction.
Yes.
What's the message that you get over to the team on site? Because when there's something shiny and new down the street, people go, "Ooh, I want to go there,"
Yes.
and it could be a very loyal client that wants to go there. So, how do you reinforce that they've really got to have their A game going during that,
Right.
especially that opening period for that new hotel?
Oh, that is another great question. I think it comes back to making sure that training is foundational. So
Yeah,
and making sure that they're hitting all those touch points to make that guest feel and know that they are valued and that they are family, and calling that guest by name, and making sure that you know the guest name, knowing your property, giving them those experiences that set you apart from your competition, that really set the bar higher and make your hotel, your brand, the apex in the industry. I think that's where they're going to keep coming back. They might go to another hotel and it might look nice, but they're not going to have that warm, welcoming feeling. And especially if most hotels, I don't feel, have their culture all the way down, their training all the way down. So you'll go
yeah.
in and maybe you call, it might be a nice hotel, but let's say you're in your room and you call down and they don't answer, the front desk doesn't answer, the restaurant doesn't answer, you can't get in touch with anybody. It doesn't matter how nice it is if you don't feel like you can get service. I
Yeah.
mean, it really all comes down to training and that quality of service that's going to keep that guest loyal to you and your brand.
One last question before we get into our lightning round, my friend.
Okay.
Okay, I worked for a publicly held corporation for way too
Yeah.
long. Okay, and because of my title within there, it seemed like at least once a week I had to do training films that were online,
Yeah.
and they were god awful. Okay, I, if I made it through the first minute without checking out, I was really astonished. Okay,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so and that's human nature, and I think it's even more relevant today,
Right.
subsequent to MTV and Miami Vice, that went into 3 minute sound bites and color changes and everything else. So our attention
Yes.
span is like a gnat now. So
We all learn
how do
on
you
TikTok.
yeah, exactly, there we go, today's version. How do you combat that? You've got to have a formula
Mhm.
that is adaptable, I would think, and you've got to make it fun and interesting. And how do you do that with
Yeah.
human resources? I don't know.
That's I love that because that's something I'm very passionate about. And that's something that I've been trying to create for over a decade now, is these training videos that are progressive, they are fun, and they are engaging. Now, it's hard to have training videos that are fun. So what I've created is, I like to call it intertraining, where you entertain and you train at the same
Nice.
time. So, and we see huge results. What I notice is with the training videos that we do, which have, I like to do some impressions in them. So while we keep it very educational forward. It's really about the service standards. But when I'm doing the act outs or the do's and do nots of each touch point,
Yeah.
sometimes I might do a little Christopher Walken or something. Come on. Or, there might be a Johnny Depp in there, mate. You know what I mean, Savvy? So, we just sprinkle a little bit of fun in it, and the feedback that we get is overwhelmingly positive.
Nice.
People they've never seen training like it. It keeps them fun and engaged. In fact, a lot of the times, they will just rewatch it because they're like, it's so, there was a lot of fun in it, but it
Yeah.
continues to drill in the touch points
There you
and
go.
those those memorable moments and what makes us unique. So that way it keeps the guests coming back. But what's great about the good training, and because a lot of the old training, like you mentioned, is so like 1970s, 80s, just like PSAs, just like the peanuts, right? Like wah
Right.
wah 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 wah. Like it just, you just check out. It's like horrible
Yeah.
quality. So we keep the quality of the videos high. We keep them, cutting edge, very educational, and then we like to keep them entertaining, which helps with the retention and helps them engage with it and retain the information more. And all of this that we've seen in empirical data, it connects to the higher the training is and the better that our compliance is on training, the
Yep.
better our GSS scores, our guest satisfaction scores, the better our RevPAR, how much we sell the room for, and our occupancy, the better staff retention, and ultimately the better bottom line growth. When you have all those things working, when guests are happy with your product, they're loyal, they keep coming back. When you have competitive rates and you're consistently selling out the rooms, the bottom line is going to be higher.
I love it. You know, now I'm guessing, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that your films for, for training are not just slideshows. They're not really poorly animated cartoons that are worse than what my 8-year-old grandson watches on TV right now.
Right, right.
And I'm imagining that you're in it, various other people are in it, real life scenarios to a degree, and
Yes.
followed by the questionnaire or test that has to be signed off on. Am I pretty close on that?
No, you're 100% right. That's what we do. So I am usually hosting it. So I will introduce them to the department that they're training. I'll break down what they're going to learn in this video. I'll go through, the service touch points, and then we will have, act outs of here's how you do that, or
Nice.
here's how you properly serve a guest as a server, or as a server assistant in the restaurant, or as front desk, or as a bellman. So we touch on all the different departments. They're all separated by departments. And then even what's great is a lot of times the staff are excited because they know that these videos are fun and they want to be a
Yeah.
part of the culture. So a lot of times we'll have one of our team members, whether it be a front desk or a bellman or a host, they'll jump into the videos and they'll kind of show the team how to do it. And then, like I said, usually let's say they're serving as a server in a video and they're going to the table and they're serving a guest. That's when I might break from my hosting role and I might jump in to like a character like Matthew McConaughey or like Mark Wahlberg or something, just to kind of keep it intertraining.
Love it. Love it.
And then we do have a review at the end. So there's a recap at that video that just goes through each bullet point of what we just talked about to really solidify and retain the information that we just went through.
Love it. All right, Alex, are you ready for our lightning round?
Let's do this, Craig. I'm ready.
All right. Producer Danny's going to put 2 minutes on the clock starting now. Favorite sport?
Basketball.
Corvette or Porsche?
Porsche. Come on,
There we
baby.
go. Movie or play?
Movie.
Favorite band, group, duo, or solo artist?
Oh, God. I guess Rolling Stones.
Nice. Stage.
Stage. Hamilton.
Comedy.
Coury comedy.
Nice. Streaming or cable?
Streaming. Cut the cord.
There you go. Most asked for impersonation.
Matthew McConaughey. That's all right, all right, all right.
Your favorite impersonation.
Christopher Walken. How is that not fun? Come on.
Hotel lobby.
Quality.
Nice. You did that in 43 seconds. Or I should say 43 seconds left on the clock. Very good.
All right. Yeah. That was a lightning round. We flashed through that. I love this too.
Oh, I got to get you to do a video promoting CLIC with some of your impersonations, please.
I would love to. You say when and where. I'm there, Craig.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, Alex, this has just been so much fun. You've got an open invitation to come back anytime. But before you leave, would you please tell the audience how they can get a hold of you and how Coury Consulting can help them improve their bottom line, please?
Absolutely. So you can email me at acoury@couryc.com. Coury is spelled Coury. Again, that's acoury@couryc.com. You can go to our website where you can request a proposal and reach out to us. And the way that we help grow your business is through proper training, quality assurance, and marketing. So we have progressive video content. I'll come into properties and I train them in the field. And then also we create a program for you where we have top of the line progressive videos that have the highest standards, the highest quality available to the industry out there. And it really retains all the information and the steps of service that you need to keep guest satisfaction, keep your service scores high, keep your rates competitive, and all of that increases your bottom line growth.
I love it. Alex, thank you very much. I appreciate you being with us today.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
It was great. It was a pleasure. Glad to be with you.
Take care, my friend. All right, everybody. That's it. What a great show. Give Alex a call. He's going to help you. And you know what? Your staff is going to appreciate all this. I'm guaranteeing you that right now. Also, I would like to thank our friends at Red Roof Franchising. They are just absolutely the best. They have been with us from the very beginning. So please give our good friend Matt Hostetler a call. You know, they've got their soft brand, they've got their extended stay, and their world famous economy brands. Give Matt a call. They'd love to hear from you. Let them know that producer Danny and I sent you. And I also need to tell you that coming up soon, we have got our California Lodging Investment Conference, and you can register at CLIconference.com. And we've got a discount going right now. So if you key in the word early, all in uppercase, you can get a discount of $200. Now that will be expiring soon, but join us on March 5th and 6th, 2025 at the Westin Long Beach. Our opening reception on March 5th is a great opportunity to say hi to people that you know and people that you need to get to know, like Alex. He'll be there, okay? So join us for that. We look forward to seeing you at the 8th Annual California Lodging Investment Conference. And as I am fond of saying, and I think everybody knows this, be kind, share your knowledge, go be amazing.